Akshay and Kajal, thank you so much for joining us. Well, Kajal, you should feel very safe because you've obviously got one of the toughest men in Bollywood sitting right next to you. Absolutely. So what was this? I'm sure this experience was also very special working with Akshay and a special project for the both of you as well, right? So tell us a little bit about that.
It's been a fabulous experience working with him. He's so professional and he's so talented. It's just a pleasure to just watch him on screen, to stand beside him and watch him doing his thing in the same frame. Sometimes I used to be like, okay, I used to forget what I'm supposed to do, just seeing him do his thing. And he's a lovely person. He's really funny. Yeah. So it's just it's just been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Actually, obviously, like a lot of women would obviously feel very safe having someone like you around, But, the mind is really over matter these days. And especially in this film as well, it's not about, packing the punches and the brawn. It's more about the brain and the heart, really. So is that where Akshay Kumar's true strength comes as well?
Oh, I have, by grace of God, I have strength on my arms also.
We know that.
Yeah, so
lest we forget.
Maybe more than. So, I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say. So
I think it's a good amalgamation of both in his case.
So for you, the mind is not over matter; it's the matter over the mind.
Everything. It matters. Everything. Both the things matter to me.
Both the things matter to you. As always, being very, very honest.
So it is important. I think both the things matter. It's very essential to have good health also at the same time.
A healthy mind.
Healthy mind and presentable body to you.
Absolutely. That we couldn't agree with more. And obviously, this seems to be a very special project, especially for you, Akshay. A lot of people have talked about, the fact that you've slashed your remuneration and all of that kind of stuff. But obviously, the decision to do something like that comes from a deeper place. So what was it that drew you to this particular
First of all, I love the screenplay of this film. I couldn't guess what is going to be the next scene. And I wanted to work with Neeraj, great director to work with, something you can learn. So when you go to some place to learn, it's like a school. But in this school, I was getting paid. So I rather said I'll slash my price into half to able to learn whatever I wanted to. Then I had Anupam Kher, who runs an acting school. So it was time that I could sit with him, talk to him. I had 40 days work with him. So, I have done films with him earlier, but, for 4, 5, 6 days maximum. But here was a chance for me to reinvent myself.
And the thing is, in Bollywood, we all know, especially the media, we're all a very cynical lot, So for us to actually find something special in a film also is quite amazing because we are always looking to actually pick something apart and find what's wrong. This has been done before. But I think for once, all of us are also like, okay, there is something special about this film, whether it's been the promos or whether it's been the first trailer or whether it's you in the film, all of you all together. So is that giving you some sense of vindication and it's also increasing the expectations and the pressure as well?
No, it's not that people, I don't know about the expectation, what people are expecting, but I just love this film. I've enjoyed working on this film, and whether there are special things in this film, yes, from the directorial point of view, there are a lot of special things in this film. There's reality in this film. There's a mind action in this film, which I have never touched. I don't think anybody has touched this of mind action without raising a hand and still succeeding in so many big things. And it's not about a fictitious thing. It's reality. And the guy is still to be found. Nobody knows where he's gone. And so that's amazing how Neeraj thought of it, and I got all the information he could and just went for it.
And to answer your question, I don't think it's about vengeance, really.
No, not vengeance, like, vindication.
Vindication.
Like, okay, this may be like a smaller film, but it's still getting so much attention.
No, I think the fact that you guys are appreciating so much is highly encouraging for us and for our entire team. It just gives us this very happy feeling that, okay, people are really looking forward to this because we've all obviously worked very hard for it. So we're excited.
Yeah, and I overheard you in a previous interview as well. It's not very often that an actress says, okay, my role is limited, but you're being very honest about that. So clearly this was important to you as well to sort of prove a point, maybe. Absolutely. Even if it was in a more limited space.
Yes, it has been. But I was very clear. Neeraj was very clear with me from the word go about the entire story. In fact, I heard the story, he narrated it to me, and I loved it. And of course, working with an ensemble of cast like this, I was obviously more than willing to.
Yeah, obviously, looking bad, you can also make it look very good. Being bad, you can also make it look very good. And this year in particular, you're getting in touch with a little bit of your darker side, not just in this film, but also in Once Upon a Time. So what is it about playing a character with the darker shades that interests you?
I loved it. I earlier only played it once. Nothing comparison. These films are nothing comparison to what I played. A film called Ajnabi. It was about swapping wives.
Yeah.
and I thought it would never do well, but I was surprised that the film was appreciated and did very good in box office. So that was something like I had a full-fledged negative role.
Yeah.
This is still okay.
This is more like a grey character, really. But is it because it's a challenge as an actor, or is it because as
About
a
this,
person you enjoy it? No, just playing negative roles.
To play a negative role, still I have not played a full-fledged negative role. This I wouldn't call it a negative role. Even Once Upon a Time is okay. I want to play a negative role.
Like an out and out baddie.
And out. No mercy.
No morals.
No mercy, no morals.
He's only done the 50 Shades of Grey.
Have you both read that?
I have.
You have?
No, she has.
She has. I like the way Akshay is like she has. So obviously there's been a discussion about 50
No,
Shades
not
of
me,
Grey.
not me.
Akshay is like, no grey characters. 50
No,
Shades of Black.
I want to do a full-fledged role. I am going to do it. Who does proper action, who gives a tough time to the hero. Till the last really gives a tough time.
So gives a tough time to the hero. So you give the tough time to the good guy. So who is a good guy, supposedly, on screen who you would like to give a tough time to?
Anybody who's ready for it.
Oh, they have to be ready for it.
Yeah, anybody who's ready
Yeah.
for it.
Anybody who can handle it.
Yeah.
India's #1 news app. Just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.